A foreword from the author. The tale in which you are about to partake is that of a cautionary nature. The people in this book are real, much like their stories. What follows is a collection of narratives comprised by my many interviews with vagabonds and thieves. It is not often that an author will tell you not to read her work, but such is the case today. It is almost of a supernatural nature that I am tasked with writing this. My purpose is to warn you not to follow in the footsteps of those bound to the page. However, it must be known that these people were never caught, never apprehended for their crimes. As such, it is entirely possible that these stories may serve as inspiration to some. So please, set this book aside and walk away. Or, the next time my pen hits the paper, it may be your story I immortalize in these pages. I believe you've been adequately warned. If you wish to proceed, I will not hinder you further. Locked.
No.
They never listen.
This can't be happening. I was so careful. They couldn't have. No, no, no.
I said it's locked.
Don't just sit there. Help me.
Look, kid, just calm down, have a seat, and we'll talk.
Don't call me kid. You hardly look older than me.
I assure you, I am much older than you. What year is it out there? What year is it? Pretty simple question.
Well, 1902, as of last month.
1902, you say? Wow. Time flies when you're stuck in a room for 100 years.
100? What are you? You aren't telling me that you've been here for 100 years.
Well, 97 to be exact. But who's counting?
Great. I'm trapped in a room with a crazy person.
I might be. I wouldn't call it crazy, though. I would say I'm starved for company. So please, sit. Let's talk.
Okay. But I'm not telling you anything until you explain what's going on.
Fair enough. Now, where to begin? Well, 97 years ago, I met a charming young man on the road. I'd later find out that he was a magician, or a genie, or a spirit, whatever you want to call him. Anyways, I helped him with some menial task. I don't even remember what it was at this point, but I showed him kindness. But that was enough for him to offer me whatever my heart desired. Jokingly, I wished for immortality.
What?
Yes, immortality. You can imagine my surprise when he said, "It shall be done." However, he continued, with a gift such as that, I must ask something much more of you. I won't bother you with all the details, but long story short, he led me to this room and gave me a task.
What was it?
To write a book. Very specific book. A compilation of the stories of thieves. Once I complete this task, I, and anyone else here, shall be freed. So, tell me,
Florence.
So, tell me, Florence, what exactly did you steal?
It's a long story.
We have nothing but time on our hands. Spare no detail. By the time you finish, maybe others will come.
Others?
Yes, others. I do hope they hurry. But after 97 years, I have a feeling they'll take their sweet time.
I guess time isn't the only thing they'll take, being thieves and all.
Oh, I like you. Do proceed.
I'm somewhat famous where I'm from. Well, the idea of me is famous. They call me the Pocket. 'Cause by the time you check your pockets, your money's already in mine. They say, he's a menace, he'll rob you blind. See, that's why I never get caught. No one suspects a sweet little girl to be capable of committing such crimes. They assume it's a man. But I was quite skilled. Anyway, I set my sights on Jimmy Anderson.
Who's that?
His dad owns the Tri-County Railroad. He's a rich, snobby, stuck-up little son of a...
Oh, you made your point. Keep going.
Anyway, he had money, I wanted his money, so I took it. But the lift was sloppy. I don't think he noticed, but I ran anyway. Then I was here. I'm sorry, I feel like there's more I'm not remembering.
That's enough for today. There will be time for you to remember before the others get here.
Why don't you take a seat? We'll get to know each other. I'll fill you in on everything we know, and you can tell us about yourself. Spare no detail.
My name's Janet. Yes, I stole. I know it's wrong, but I thought the circumstances made it okay. Just this once. I don't fully understand what was going on out there. There was a lot of talk from my parents about stocks, Wall Street, the economy. I couldn't make heads or tails of it, but I knew it wasn't good. My dad had just lost his job. Less money meant less food, and soon enough, things got really bad. My brother got sick. But my mom had these bonds, you see. Bonds she got as a little girl. I overheard her say she was going to cash them in. Now I don't know much about money, but I knew she wouldn't get much for them. I didn't want the panic of the situation to cause her to act irrationally. I knew if she waited, they'd be worth a lot more one day, so I took them and I hid them. You know the term save for a rainy day? I thought it was just drizzling at the moment. I wanted them to wait until it really poured. Now I know I don't look like I come from poverty, but you have to understand
It was a time of war. My country had been invaded. My father enlisted in the land army, so it was just me and my mother. She told me things were only going to get worse. She said we would have to leave our home and sail to America. We lived 4 hours from the coast and had no way of getting there. So my mother came up with a plan. She said, Louis, I need you to do something for me. There were officers from the other side camped out in our town. They were dangerous men, but they had cars. I knew if I could manage to take one of their keys, my mother and I would be able to escape safely. So yes, I stole, but I stole from a bad man who was fighting my father in a war. It's not like I stole
Diamonds. I stole diamonds. They are a girl's best friend after all. I thought it could bring some joy into my life. I should have known better. But one day my sister and I walked into a jewelry store. We didn't plan on buying anything, just wanted to see what was there. Well, that was the plan anyway. But then I saw it. The most beautiful piece of jewelry I'd ever seen. Just picturing myself with it on made me incredibly happy. But actually being able to wear it, I couldn't even begin to imagine the feeling. I just had to have it. No one ever caught me, of course, but I guess actions have consequences. That's the story of Lillian. So yeah, being trapped in a room for all eternity sounds about right. But hey, at least I was happy. Doesn't even begin to describe my life. I have everything a girl my age could ask for, and if I don't have something, all I have to do is ask. We have a dog, a pool, heck, my family even has a maid. My grandpa was a big Hollywood executive. You may have heard of him. When he died, he left my parents a considerable sum. There's literally nothing more I could want in life. But do you know what it's like to have everything? It's boring. I needed a thrill, something to spice up the dull day-to-day activities. So I started stealing things. It began with a bright, beautiful scarlet dress. Scarlet like my name. But it's not about what I stole. It's about why I stole. I wanted to live life to the extreme. I wanted to live life to the
Max. My name is Max.
My parents always told me I was a defiant child. They always told me to step in line and follow the rules, but they never really did anything to make sure of it. I mean, it's the 80s. Kids my age can do whatever they want as long as they're back in time for dinner. Anyways, I started taking things. Nothing big, just trinkets here and there. I did get caught once, but the store owner made me put it back. That's it. He didn't call the police. Heck, he didn't even call my parents. Then those little things started to get more expensive. Really, I took whatever I wanted. Toys, clothes, food is the first thing to go when people are panicking. My parents worked on computers. That was their job, so they had some knowledge about the situation. They knew people were worried and would swarm the grocery stores. They wanted to beat the rush. So one day, they gave me some money and told me to go down to the corner store to get some bread, milk, the essentials. But it just so happened that there was a new video game I wanted for the exact amount of money my parents gave me. So I kept the money. So I told them I lost it on the way to the store. My mom got the food, I got some money. Then I don't
Remember what happened next. Suddenly I woke up
in here.
Thank you so much for sharing. With that, we are all one step closer to getting out of here.
So what do we do now? Just wait here until someone else comes?
Yep.
But what do we do for food?
Tell me, do you feel hungry?
Well, no.
Food is the least of our concerns in here.
It's a good thing too. I'd be in a pretty bad spot if I still experienced hunger. I don't even remember what food tastes like at this point.
But what do we do?
A lot of this, but you get used to it.
How long do we have to wait until someone else shows up?
Romeo was 97 years.
27.
14.
Only 7 for me.
But then I got 21. It was 14 for me.
Ha, same here. 14's pretty popular. Okay, so we wait here a number of years. Then what?
Oh my gosh, stop with the questions.
Was I this bad when I first got here? Well, you weren't much better. Anyways, it'll be dark soon, so I suggest we all quiet down and get ready for bed. We can answer more questions in the morning.
So day and night still exist here?
Brody, what did she just say about the questions? Yeah, they still exist. And it'll be dark soon, so everyone should probably pick a spot to sleep. And let's call it a night. Florence, you should probably get the fire going. Alright. I have everything I need. If anyone needs anything, I'll be at my desk. I just need to cross a few T's and dot a few I's. Good night, everyone.
Can't sleep?
No. All of Brody's questions made me come up with a few of my own. There is something that doesn't add up. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Go back to sleep.
Okay. Good night, Louie.
Good night, Scarlett. Something isn't right here.
You're just realizing that now? You've been trapped in our room for 50 years.
No, that's not what I mean.
Then what do you mean? Where's this all coming from? Louis, what did you do?
I read her book.
You read her book?
She's just writing down our stories so we can get out of here.
Do you really believe that? The whole genie granting her immortality story? I don't know if I buy it. When Brody was asking her a lot of questions earlier, she seemed very eager to shut him down.
Yeah, you're right. So, what did you find out?
She had things written down there that I know for a fact I didn't tell her. Things I don't even remember about myself.
What's your point?
Okay, fine. Janet, tell me anything about yourself.
Well, I stole my mother's bonds.
What else? Not about what you stole. Can any of you tell me anything about yourself that doesn't have to do with your stealing?
Now that you mention it, no.
Exactly, but it's especially odd that none of us know how we got here, but I bet she does.
So what should we do about it?
We need to get the truth out of her.
We could tie her up.
With what, genius? All we've got are the clothes on our backs.
It seems like a lost cause. We've been here this long. I say we just wait it out. I mean, what's another couple 100 years in the grand scheme of things?
I've got it. The clothes on our backs. We have shoes, don't we? What's your point? Well, what do shoes have?
Shoelaces. We could tie her up with those. Then what? Just hope she comes clean?
We could threaten her.
No, not her. Her book. We threatened to destroy her most prized possession unless she gives us the truths. First, we gotta restrain her.
Allow me.
Here, use these.
Because if she's been lying to me this whole time...
Be my guest.
What are you all doing up so early? What have you done? No! Where's my book?
Don't worry, it's unharmed.
For now.
We know you aren't who you say you are. What are you doing here?
I told you. I met a man who offered me...
Liar! Louis.
Ow! Fine. There was no magician, no genie. It was me. I trapped you all in here. But I made a mistake. I decided to rid this world of as many criminals as I could. That's what you all are. Criminals! But in doing so, I trapped myself in here too. Finishing that book is my ticket out of here. So please, don't hurt it. But where is here? Where are we? Ask him. Me? You're the newest addition to our little family. Don't you remember?
She's right, Brody. You have to remember. What was the last thing you stole?
I don't know. Please, Brody, think.
It's okay, we're all thieves anyway. What was the last thing you stole?
It was a book.
Bingo. Not just any book. My book.
Me too. I stole a car and a book. For no reason. I just like the look of it.
It was the same for me.
Me too. And I hate books.
It's all starting to make sense.
Now that I think of it, this room looks familiar. I thought I was going to get caught, so I went into this abandoned building.
To hide.
You aren't good people. I'm doing the world a favor by keeping you here. You read my stories even though I warned you not to.
It is not often that an author will tell you not to read her work, but such is the case today. It is almost of a supernatural nature that I am tasked with writing this. My purpose is to warn you not to follow in the footsteps of those bound to the page. However, it must be known that these people were never caught, never apprehended for their crimes. As such, it is entirely possible that these stories may serve as an inspiration to some. So please, set this book aside and walk away, or The next time my pen hits the paper, it may be your story I immortalize in these pages.
Bound to the page.
It may be your stories I immortalize on these pages.
We're trapped in the book.
So it's not just this room we have to escape.
It's hopeless.
Hey, don't say that!
She's right though. Could you untie me now?
Haven't you said enough for one eternity?
Wait, this can't be it. There has to be a way. Where is it? Brody! This is Max's story. Have you read it before?
Yes. Yes, I have.
What are you getting at?
Hold on, I'll explain it in a minute. Brody, I need you to really think. What happened next?
Well, nothing. Just a bunch of blank pages.
Scarlett, what was the last story you saw?
I think it was Lillian's, then nothing.
If my theory is correct, the last story you all read was the one that came before you.
Louis, can you get to the point?
What I'm trying to say is, each time someone read the book, it was up to date and not a sentence more. I think that this book is an
Direct line to the outside world.
So we could write something in, like an SOS, and then maybe someone will see it and help us.
It's a long shot, but at least it's something.
Let me do it. I've been trapped here the longest. I deserve this.
By all means.
What? No. Hand me another pen. Another one. No, no, no. It isn't working. Why isn't it? How was that?
Stellar performance. And where did you learn how to tie such great knots? For a split second there, you had me thinking that you were actually trying to tie me down.
I don't understand.
Why would you do this?
She said it herself. She's been here longest. Long enough to strike a deal. I'd like to fight you on this, but you're exactly right. I knew from the start that I wasn't getting out of here, so I proposed a bargain. If I helped make sure that nothing happened to the book, then I could get out of here.
Then we get out of here.
You selfish little... Ugh. You're evil. That's what you are.
Aren't we all selfish, evil thieves? Honestly, I think we're doing the world a favor keeping you all in here.
I could not have said it better myself. Now, like I said, I just need to cross a few T's and dot a few I's, and in a few short hours, we'll be free.
After all this time, thank you.
I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some writing to do. And done.
You finished?
Just 2 more words.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Well, don't you want to say goodbye?
Well, I guess you're right. Goodbye, everyone. Enjoy eternity.
Oh, I just hate goodbyes.
Well, go on. Come on. No, 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 it can't be. I did everything she asked. No, no, no! I never should have trusted her.
I think that's what they call poetic justice.
Like you said, you've done the world a favor.
We all get what we deserve. I hope you are happy.
To think I could have ever liked you. And now you're stuck with us.
I'm sorry. I thought I...
Well, we might as well get comfortable.
bad. Whoever is writing, cut that out.
Sorry.
What are you writing anyway? Writing? Writing? Everyone wake up.
What time is it?
Did you really just ask for that?
Sorry, it's a habit.
What's so important?
Look! My notepad?
Max, where did you get that?
My bag? I honestly forgot it was here.
Don't you know what this means?
No. What are you saying? She's saying we still have a chance. Books are the only thing that exist both here and in the outside world.
She's right. It could be nothing, though.
It's worth a try. Please, I want to set things right. Max, take down a message for me.
Who's next?